wasn't planning on killing you, but you're making it very tempting.
Bad Batch Season 3 Episode 9, titled The Harbinger, finally sees the return of the highly teased Asajj Ventress, and Asajj's return is heralded by a theme that encapsulates everything about her character. This is Star Wars Music Analysis.
Do it.
Right away, we hear a terrifying sound in the horn and a new theme right before we see Pabu. This is not a good sign from the beginning. String swells then keep a tension that we aren't used to on Pabu for the rest of the scene. To add to everything in the music, the sky has also become cloudy for the first time over Pabu, letting us know a storm is coming. More tension arrives as Badger begins to enter a cave. Low drones and rumbles enter, giving us the same fear that Badger is feeling right now. Other eerie sounds enter as well, creating a very haunting landscape as Omega begins to check out the dark cave. The sounds continue to build with a sudden crash in the cymbals and brass as Omega's flashlight lands on Ventress. The strings pick up right away as we cut back to the three Bad Batch clones. And notice how as they finish, they end with the inversion of the Shadow Clone theme. This is a little perplexing now that we know it's Ventress and not a Shadow Clone that they're after. Did anyone else find this little moment to be the wrong theme?
Where's Omega?
During the Clone Wars series, the Kiners used a series of descending half-steps in the violins to highlight Ventress, and the half-steps are still present in the Shadow Clone motif, but it doesn't quite make sense to me at this point. Please let me know your thoughts on this, as I'd love to know if I'm missing something. We hear those descending motifs in the violins right after this as Ventress is confronted. However, the first one is actually a whole step instead of the normal half step, already signifying that this is not the same Ventress.
You heard her. Let her go.
As they ask who she is, Ventress doesn't actually answer. Instead, the music answers for her with her theme. The same one that we heard at the very beginning of the episode, now directly tying itself to her.
We never gave her our coordinates. How'd you find us?
Congratulations, Ventress. It only took 20 years, but you finally got a theme. Afterwards, the music stays mostly ominous until Ventress says that the Empire will hunt down Omega. It then returns to a lower, ominous sound again.
The Empire will hunt you down. There's your intel.
As Omega begins to find her balance, the flute comes in, reflecting the peacefulness washing over her. It changes quickly though as they discover that this is Asajj Ventress. As the Bad Batch confront Asajj, tremolos in the low strings begin. The music begins to intensify as the conversation intensifies as well. Each one is followed by a brief silence. Each time the silence occurs, we're left wondering what will happen next, keeping us on the edge of our seats.
Wrong. Get in your ship and go before we make you.
You can try. Or maybe I'll stick around.
But it kicks in as they all fall into a fight. It builds to a climax as Ventress easily handles all three of them and falls silent as she fully proves her point. And as Ventress throws the knife, I couldn't tell if Crosshair shot the knife or if he was just holding the rifle right after that. The sounds make it seem like he did, but it didn't seem to affect the knife. Help me out. Did Crosshair shoot the knife? In either case, he's once again armed and so are his brothers. And with their arsenal returned, their theme returns as well. It's interesting because they aren't actually doing anything, and this was a rare moment where the music didn't actually fit what we were seeing. The music is full of energy and motion, but all four figures at this moment are simply standing still and talking.
Why don't you be good little clones and stand down?
It does, however, give way to Omega's brisk movements in the next scene as she reaches for the Willow as the Bad Batch theme breaks way into variations. As we return to the clones and ventress, the music has become more subdued now as they all wait to see who will make the first move. And naturally, it's Crosshair and missing. The short motif returns again as Omega returns with the White Blossom, and again, it's interesting that it's beginning with a whole step instead of a half step. I truly think that this means Ventress has changed in a meaningful way as she finally receives her theme. It plays a second time as we transition to the next scene. The first true silence in the music comes next as they discuss what to do about Ventress. As Omega approaches Ventress in the next scene, our defenses are lowered finally as peaceful and playful music enters.
Get in. Time for you.
As she begins trying to reach out, the music begins to build. And be honest, who here wasn't expecting the Force theme to enter next? I know I was. As Omega begins to give up, her theme enters instead though.
This is a waste of time.
I bet you don't understand.
As Ventress demonstrates the Force to Omega, the new Ventress theme enters again, and listen to the peacefulness that the harmonies around it now give to her character. The peacefulness quickly dissipates though as the giant turtle squid thing emerges. The brass beckon it out of the waters as Ventress and Omega try to escape.
Did you summon that?
Not intentionally.
As Omega is pulled under, the high strings hold tight dissonances like a ringing in our ears. The brass and strings return as they emerge once more, still not out of harm's way. Out of the chaos of the music, a soft and tender version of Ventress's theme emerges, calming the beast. And later, as Ventress leaves, a more powerful version of her theme enters. But I love how even though the theme is shrouded with a major harmony, the Kyners still mix in a dissonance into these chords to show that Ventress is neither good nor evil, but she's certainly dangerous. So I'll definitely be making my own version of Ventress's new theme for my Tuesday video, so keep an eye out for that. And I would absolutely love to know what all of you think. What did you think of Ventress returning, and what did you think of her new theme? Do you think that we'll see her anymore this season? And do you think we'll see Omega wielding the Force by the end of the season? Tell me in the comments below what you think, and consider checking out my Patreon page using the link in the description, where you can help support this channel for as little as $1 a month, or download PDFs and MP3s of projects as I complete them, like Ventress's theme, along with other perks at higher tiers. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to learn more about the music of a galaxy far, far away, and as always, may the be with you.